Day 1989 in a row of the MarkinsPires show. Could only hope the angels are singing on high. The world's a little crazy right now.
Up on high, you can hear the angels singing. You can hear the angels singing in the sky. Open your eyes, open your mind's eye. Well, we still got time. Way on high, you can see the angels flying by. They're singing in a different octave. We can't even hear it with our human ears, no. The angels singing in the sky. Open your eyes, open your mind's eye. You can see it all so clearly. I can see you clearly. The angels singing in the sky. Open your eyes, open your mind's eye. You can hear the angels singing in the sky. In a whole different octave, you can't even hear it, no. Oh, angels singing in the sky. Open your eyes, open your mind's eye. Open your mind's eye. The angels singing in the sky. Angels can.
Oh, my friends, I had to jump the ending there, but this is why we hope angels are looking over us, because this is the truth about our reality right here. This song is called We Are the Enemy. I'll give you the link so you can comment, like, and share, please. This one should be out.
No one seems to be fitting in anymore, but I don't really care, man. You do you, I'll do me. We could be better. Passion speaks louder than words. Keep it on the sidelines. Yeah, don't let the people see the signs, no. Let them stay in the dark as long as possible. And no matter how hard you try, you are locked in. Yeah, when you're the enemy, they keep you from the world, yeah, they'll shut you down. When you're the enemy, you could be on the right side. Yeah, when you're the enemy. Are you the enemy? You could be on the right side of it all and be the enemy. Under the stranglehold of the man, you can run as fast as you can, yeah, but they're always gaining on you. You can't get away, what you gonna do? You start to scream louder and louder, but everyone looks away. You start to scream and they start to grin from ear to ear. Yeah, it's clear we are the enemy. We are the enemy in our own state. It's never been clearer to me. You can run as fast as you can. The cameras over there, cameras everywhere, yeah. They see your every move. Taken away in handcuffs, yeah. Got my mind blocked, yeah. Can't talk, no. Got me on shadow band, yeah. Won't see me even if you want, you find me if you can. I'm here, yeah. But we're always being held down. They keep you from the world, yeah. They'll shut you down. You're the enemy, you're the enemy. You could be on the right side of it, you and me. If you can think, if you breathe, if you have a thought in your mind, you're an enemy. If you're not down to divide, then you are an enemy. We're the enemies. On the right side of time, be the enemy. Sometimes you got to stand up and be your own soul, yeah. You gotta call out a wrong, gotta make it right. And if you don't join the fight, you stand by all while it all gets burned down. Slice it, they treat us like the enemy. what's going down. Oh, the enemies. It's propaganda left and right. It's all you ever see. You can't find the truth, no, 'cause you're the enemy. They keep you from the world, yeah, they'll shut you down. You're the enemy. You're the enemy. Taken away in handcuffs, yeah, got my mind blocked, yeah, can't talk, no, got me on shadow band, yeah, won't see me even if you want, you'll find me if you can, I'm here, yeah, but we're always being held down. Oh yeah, when you're the enemy. On the right side of it all, you're the enemy. The enemy.
That's a tune right there. Another new song.
I won't touch the stars.
We gotta get up a level after that one.
Before I come back down. I won't touch the stars. I will take you away. Take you away, but take a long ride out of town. I wanna touch the stars. the stars before you come back down to planet. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. You wake up in the morning, come the rising sun. Take me away again. You take me on another ride. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars before I come back down.
Woof! That's a tune right there, I'll tell you.
Written live.
I wanna touch the stars You sit on the sideline, waiting for the sign. You can't get by, no, because you drank too much wine. Yeah, it's time you break away from the pack, the rough stuff. Yeah, you fall down before you can get back up. You never know if you got what it takes till the sun bakes on you. Yep, can't sit there with the pen, no, no. Got to go with the flow, yeah. Can't grab the pen, no, no. Oh, you can't grab the pen, no. You got to go with the flow, grab the pen, no, no, go with the flow. Got to go with the flow. You can't grab the pen, no, go with the flow, yeah. Let the lungs blow, yeah. Grab the pen, take the topic off the top, yeah. You never know where we're gonna drop, yeah. How deep in perfection, everything you find is from a creation. Waiting for some direction to take it off. You're like a rocket in flight. You got to go with the flow, yeah. You can grab a pen, no, you grab a pen, no, no. I got to go with the flow, got to go. Point me in any direction, yeah, I'm gonna go, you're gonna make a destination, yeah. Oh, you can't take your pen, no, no. You got to go, flow, yeah. Everyone gather around. Grab the pen, grab the paper, yeah, you throw it out in the paper basket, yeah. You got to go, not to let it out, yeah. You got to go with the flow, yeah. No, you can't pen no more. You got to go with the flow. Grab the pen, grab a pen, no, no, no. You got to go with the flow, Okay, your pen, no. You can't grab a pen, no. You can't grab a pen, no. You got to go with the flow, don't you know? Yeah, don't you know? Go with the pen, no. Got to go and with give me my sword on the default battle. You can't grab a pen, no. It's mightier than the sword. You got to sharpen it, yeah, before you go, yeah. You can write a symphony, yeah, with the blade, yeah. Can't grab a pen, no. You got to go with the flow.
Another killer tune there. Another killer tune there. Oh,
You sitting on the sidelines.
sidelines.
Standing on the side of the road, watch the cars fly by. Not a care in the world, no. As you watch the drivers lose their minds. There's so many problems in the world, just shake it off. Just let it go. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. See a friendly face, but you're stuck inside your head. Oh, well, let the good times roll. You let the good times roll. Let all the problems in your world just roll off your shoulders and go. the flow, they say. I call it living here in the moment. Oh, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Don't let the problems of the world get to your soul. Yeah, I know we got a full plate. Yeah, we got to figure out whether we can stay above the negative vibes. Yeah, ride the waves. Let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. You gotta let the good times roll, yeah. Let the good times roll. Feed your soul when you can. Let the good times roll. Yeah, we only got so much time, friends, yeah. So you let the good times roll. The good times roll. Guess I wrote another one.
I got one more blues tune for you. Got a Pink Floyd vibe to it. Hope you enjoy. This is on YouTube.
can stop your happiness from growing. So fly. I'm flying. I'm flying. One sees you flying, looking from the bird's eye. Taking the day, watch the sunlight. So take a page out of the book, yeah. Read the directions. Line by line, you get to the end, my friend. Oh, yeah, you're flying. Yeah, you're flying. Feel the wind blow through your wings, yeah, yeah. You're flying. You're flying. Yeah, you're flying. Can't come down, you're up there forever. That's right, you're flying. Yeah, you're flying. Don't need no plane, no. I'll use my wings and go. I'm gonna fly high above all the negativity this world's been bringing. I'm flying. Never coming down low, gonna stay way up above it all. Yeah, yeah, where I'm flying. fly with me, get away from it all. Never coming down, no, I'm flying. I'm flying, flying high, yeah, never coming down. I'll tell you why, I can see the world from a better view. I'm flying, yeah, flying high, never coming down, no. Stand up here forever if I can. I'm flying.
Oh, goodness, guys. Oh, goodness. I'm kind of excited here, I have to tell you. I just got Supermark open for the first time in 2 days. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to finish, hopefully, editing that. I just updated to software crap 17.5, but apparently that was the issue because now it's working again. Thank goodness. I don't know if it's going to continue to work, so I may just want to download it so I have it, and then I can cut it from there down lower. I hate doing that. You don't want to do that because then the quality gets worse each time you do that. But I'm going to be releasing Supermark, hopefully, if this all goes well, re-releasing it. It's my first feature film. It will be remastered, director's cut. It's so much better. There's so much, you have no idea what's going to be. It's going to be so much better. But right now, it's about an hour. I got about an hour and 10 minutes finished. I have to do another 40 minutes and the thing's done. After that, it's going to be, hopefully, I'll have it ready, and then we'll premiere it on June 23rd on the 2000th day in a row. Maybe we'll watch it live as part of the extravaganza, the celebration. Or we may do it on the day after. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see what day that is. I'm pretty sure that's a Saturday night, so we'll probably do it on the 23rd. So excited because I've watched part of this and I added so much to it. So if you've seen the first one, I can't wait for you to see this one. I'm also considering going back and remastering, re-releasing Back to the Future mark, because there's a lot of stuff I shouldn't have put in. I just wanted to make sure it was an hour and a half, and that's stupid. It doesn't have to be an hour and a half to be a feature film. I could do an hour and 15 minutes and still it's a feature film. So if I want to cut it thing really lean, I'm going to go through there and get rid of a ton of stuff. Not a lot, but I want to cut out a lot of little details that I hate. But the concept of that movie, a guy, time traveler from the year 2769, who's everybody from history, everybody you've ever known. This guy was that, all of them. He just keeps getting pulled out and going, and he comes back as somebody else, taking over their body and doing that amazing thing before being ripped away again by Joanne and brought back to the future to get another gig. And we had plans to do a follow-up, but we never got a chance to get this show to grow, so I've never been able to film a follow-up for that movie. But it would have been fun. It would have been fun to do that. It also would have been fun to do a second Batmark versus Supermark. I filmed a bunch of random stuff. I did some filming of Dick Face down in Peru, and I had a bunch of Batmark stuff that I filmed from like some garage. You guys may have been there for that. I never released, except for I think on Halloween once, I released all the extra Batmark footage. It was about an hour worth of stuff. I could have definitely made a movie out of it, but it's just there's no cohesion. Like the first movie is basically makes perfect sense, but I improvise these things in the moment, so it's kind of crazy to me that they actually make sense. Like an improv movie, like how does that make sense? It just does. We do it live in the moment. This thing was filmed over a 2 or 3 day period, and if you go and watch the filming, because you can go back, it was like April, I want to say April 7th or 8th of 2021, that I filmed Batmark versus Supermark live on air, and you could watch. It's about 12 hours worth of shows. And you could see all of the takes, and you could see where I had all the ideas, and I was like laughing and like, oh, we're going to do this next. And I'd just start filming. And because I knew where we were, I was just improvising off of that and continuing to go. And then we had the idea of doing a Batwing, because I'm doing a Batmark part, and I go, we got to find the Batwing. And all of a sudden we have a new idea for the movie is finding a Batwing. And then I'm sitting in the Batwing. And so now I'm doing all the zoom in, zoom outs from those moments. And like, it's going to be pretty cool, guys, especially when you hear some of the other people that are in the movie. Instead of just hearing me talk to nobody, this time around, you're going to hear all of the talk back, Alfred, so anyway, I'm really pumped it opened up. Now, I hope it continues to stay. I'm thinking right now, just because I want to make sure it doesn't disappear on me, I should probably download it, because it's been 2 days of nightmares. I'm just like, why won't it open? There's no reason for it not to open. It's just 291 clips, and I'm like, maybe you can't do 291 clips with this editing software. It like cuts off at like 250, and then it gets wonky. So like, even if I keep editing this now, that thing's going up to 350 or 400 clips, because I still have 3 more scenes that I need to do the zoom in, zoom out, and every time you cut it, it becomes a new clip. So just for example, I can't really show you here, but these clips here, you see Supermark, instead of just being one long shot, which it usually was, I'll just show you what this looks like for a second. You see that? Just that little zoom in is different than we ever had. There was no zoom ins from the original Batmark Supermark movie. So some of my favorite moments when I'm doing stand up essentially on the stage in front of all those people, and I'm talking to all the different, people whose daughters I dated as Mark Wayne. Oh, yeah, that stuff's all in there. I fixed the first scene. I don't know if you remember, but I called myself Clark Kent at the very first scene because I didn't really know I was going to use my name for everything. And then I started that whole idea of making my name for everything in the Batmark versus Supermark movie. And right after I did Clark Kent, I was like, oh, I should have been Mark Kent, because the next scene I was Mark Wayne. And then I was like, all these different marks, Batmark, Supermark. It was just crazy. And then I was like, Back to the Future Mark. Jurassic Mark, we did an episode of that. And it's crazy all the stupid stuff we've been able to insert my name into. I always hated my name. This is something I think you should get a kick out of. I always hated my name, Mark. When I was a kid, I was like, why? Why couldn't you call me Oliver? Call me like Jasper? Call me something, anything better other than Mark. I'm on the wall everywhere. I'm Mark everywhere. And I hated my name always. And unfortunately, or fortunately, everything like wine with age, it gets better. And being able to have a variety show in the future where all these comedies came out where I used my name, like we did Steve Markey when I did, the Wheel of Fortune. No, not the Family Feud. Like Steve Harvey, I was able to do Steve Markey. Like, how funny is that? Oh, geez. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Abraham Mark Lincoln, all these names from the Back to the Future Mark movie. It's so funny to be able to use my name in there and then be like, are you kidding me? Mark Jellin? I have to give it up to Magellan, that freaking hack, that drunkard, Oh, Craig, you rock. Yeah, absolutely. It does, Andrea. We can go anywhere with the freaking Mark name. It's silly. But guys, just so you know, I'm really pumped about the re-release of Batmark versus Supermark. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done, even though it was the very first thing I ever did as far as a film. But it led to a lot of crazy films. I mean, honestly, I never would have thought of doing. When I was a kid, I always wanted to do one film. I wanted to be a star in one film. I remember that. I was like, I just want to be in one movie. And I was an extra in a few movies when I was a kid. Played a couple small parts. I got a good part in a movie that never came together with that guy Rob McElhenney or whatever his name is from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I was supposed to play this comedy. I basically was supposed to play his character on It's Sunny in Philadelphia. I think he stole my character and then made a whole show around it. Like literally that character I was that guy in a movie. And the movie, it actually would have played a lot better now, but it was about this guy who was like trying to figure out his feelings. And it was a whole like pride vibe. And I was the guy who got to make fun of it all. So every single time we did a reading, I got to improvise. And one of them I said in front of the entire crowd is like, because I knew this one guy was into the same sex or whatever. And so I said this really, really crass line, but they loved that about my characters, that I would just say anything. And I came out with this really crass line. And I said something like, take that thing out of your mouth. Something like really just in some like New York Bronx vibe, like Fache. And I heard like gasps in the audience. But I was like, the guy who was running it was like, dude, that was crazy. And he's like, but that's what we love is like this, what are you going to do next type of thing? We'll film a bunch of stuff and then we'll just take the best thing. That's what I do best is just improvise. And they never could get the money together. So the film never happened. But that was when I stopped doing that stuff, I was a kid. I was an actor when I was a kid. Played a Romeo for a year. And I turned one of my monologues into a song. I've been writing songs about crazy stuff and taking things and just making songs out of them forever, I guess. Only until I started playing guitar. But I loved acting. I just fell out of doing it because I went and started writing a ton of music. And I thought, well, that's something unique. Nobody can say they wrote that song. I can say that. And I wrote about 125 songs with a pen. And then I just stopped for about 10 years. I got married, had 3 kids, and I was focused on killing it in real estate for my family, supporting my family. December 31st, 2018, I went live for the first time to just bring back some of the stuff I was doing in real estate to have a better year. And I realized I was doing this thing called the Christopher Walken walkthrough, where I'd walk through houses and be like, guys, thanks for coming down. You get stainless steel in a master bedroom. And I'd do like these crazy walkthroughs as Christopher Walken. And it seemed to really be like a hit. People were looking at those. And I realized I got to go back and just go on and remind people I'm a realtor, see if I can get them to hire me and whenever they need to buy or sell real estate. And I went live. And then I went live again. And then I went live again. And then I think day 4 or 5 was my brother, of all people, who says to me, you can't go live every day. No one wants to see you every day. And now when he said that, I took it, and it really offended me, to be completely honest. And I said, you don't know what anybody wants, and you don't know what anybody needs. I said, in fact, I'm going to go live now every day because you said that. He started laughing and kind of turned. I said, I'm serious. I said, I'm going to go every day for the rest of my life. And I said, I'll prove you wrong. Now, he was right. He was right. When he means like no one, he means like you're never going to be able to build that. People, when they have total access to you and you're always there, you can't grow. And his idea from the beginning was do it once a week. And I always was pissed off, but his idea was right. doing it once a week is like people are like, oh, the 5-6 days, they're like, I can't wait for the next live show. And when you're there every single day, and this is just the reality, and the people who do love this show know this, that they can't be here every day, but there are people who, when they're like, oh, Mark's always there, they take it for granted. And it's all recorded, so you can go back and watch it all. But I can tell you, whenever you do show up, and if you have a great time, it's like that every single day of the year. And, you know, I can't force people to come back, but I could say that I've been here for you. I've been trying to provide a platform that we can connect and lift each other up through music, comedy, and some truth, some comedy news, and just getting away from it all for a little while. That's been here since December 31st, 2018. Now, my brother was right, but I found so much joy hanging out with you guys. I've created so many songs, so many crazy comedies. It never would have happened if I didn't go through this entire process of banging my head against the wall every day, creating these things. And I didn't bang my head against the wall creating them. They came from the moment. But once they're there and then you put them out and they're just floundering and no one's looking at them, it's like, it is a discouraging thing as a creator when you put something out into the world and nobody sees it. When I mean nobody, less than 100 people on almost every one of my pieces of content, you'll see that's less than 100 views. There's 7 billion people in the world, and I come out here every day with pure light coming out, and less than 100 people see everything I do. There's random stuff that gets 150 views or 200 views. So it is a very frustrating thing when you do something that can really just at least break you away, or at least show you a piece of art, you know? Everything that is appreciated typically is appreciated well after someone is gone. That's just the reality of it. I mean, you look back at some of the greatest artists of all time, and they weren't really appreciated. Some of them weren't appreciated in the moment. They're appreciated afterwards, when someone goes through 209 songs and picks out the best. I don't know what's the best in there. I don't know if there's 10 good songs, or 50 good songs, 100 good songs, but there's 209, and they're all there. You know, I don't know if one feature film is good, if 2, if 7, or if 10 of them are good, or if they're terrible, but they're there. That's something I can say that I accomplished. I'm proud of myself that I was able to do that, you know? Especially when you think about how difficult it is to be creative in a world that's destructive and evil. It just goes to show you what we're working with here. It's the purest of energy. It comes from the creator. When I write a song like The Enemy, when I write a song like Tomorrow's a New Day, I write a song like Never Come Back Down. You know, these are powerful messages that are brought to you by the creator through me. And I'm thankful that they're all there, the messages, all of the powerful, powerful moments like Nothing Can Stop the Light. That song will blow your mind. And you can't go backwards. You can't go forwards. You got to stay in the moment as often as possible. This life is very, very hard. No one understands it. You have kids, you have responsibilities, you have a job, you have bills. The market is crap. You're a realtor. You're trying to find business. The whole thing is a bunch of crap, you know. What you're best at, you can't make money at. You know, it's a lot of weird stuff that happens. And the other day I was doing some impressions for them and at this beach office party. And I started telling them about a couple of the movies and the song. And then I just did a few impressions. They're like, well, what are you doing here? Like, why are you not like doing something? And I was like, I don't know anybody. I don't have a talent rep. I don't have any agent. I don't have anything really. Like, no one knows I do the show, like on the mass scale. And you can't ever get sponsors and get people to want to have their product read or anything when you can't get people to see your shit. So that's where it's always been the conundrum. is even if you look and you see 15,500 subscribers, but then you see less than 100 views per episode of my show daily, it's like, who would want to sponsor that? Who would want to give me money in order to read an ad of their business if I can't get 1,000 views per episode or more, you know? So that's, and look, who knows, maybe when the streak comes to an end and I decide to do something a little bit like on a less frequent, you know, just still showing up though, obviously the show's not coming to an end, but when that happens, people will find an interest in wanting to see me when I'm on the air, you know, in a scale enough for me to get it to monetize in some manner. YouTube's demonetized me, so I can't make money that way. It's going to have to be me reading ads. I think that's it. I want to say thank you to Renee Woods for joining the Patreon with Trish and with Helen. And I think those are my only Patreons, I'm pretty sure. I'm not really sure if anybody out there still Patreons me or does Patreon me, but if you do, that is one way to support me. It's patreon.com/MarkinsPires. And yeah, that's basically all, you know. This has been a real honor to I say be a vessel and just a tool for the creator to get the message that was really important in the day out to whoever found it. And unfortunately, because evil rules, not many people found it, but during the whole Plandemiru, before, after, I was live every single day, and they'd say things in the news, and I would tell you how I felt about it. And it was kind of eerie that everything I said I felt about it came true. And I can kind of pinpoint that as to why it's been hard for other people to find the show. I could pinpoint it to doing the Donald Trump show in 2019 and making a comedy, but was filled with a lot of truth and a lot of content of the current Oval Office, you know, appointee. But that's again, you can't go in a time machine. If I could, I probably, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't ever have created the Donald Trump show. Maybe I should erase it all from history and just get rid of it. You know, I don't know. But the reality is it's my 10th feature film, and there's 4 hours plus of face swaps that I put a lot of effort into when I built that whole year of face swaps. Some of my best work, really, but it's not anything that is kosher in the current environment. And although, like Trish says, this makes more sense now than it did when you made it. Because everything I said came true. I was calling him names that are very true right now, and all the stuff I said about his kid came true. Kind of crazy, you know? Yeah, you can't say stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you're playing by the rules, and the rules are pretty simple in 2024. Don't say anything that's not against the grain, and you're good to go. Now, the problem is if you've already said something against the grain, they'll never let you back out. I tried this year. It's funny. Like January 1st, we went live with 2 shows a day, and that never took off. It fucking pisses me off. I was really hoping, like, if I went early when no one else is on, like, thousands of people will show up and be like, this is a cool thing. Let's positivity in the morning, comedy news. Got less viewings in the morning shows than the night shows. So I couldn't continue that, obviously. That's another failed attempt to try to get this show out there. But that was fun for me. I really enjoyed doing the comedy news, where I just go and talk about stories that were non-political. I would specifically read about anything that wasn't political. And out of the blue, I get a message from YouTube saying, you're demonetized and you're harmful to our viewers. And I go, what? And still, if you look on my monetization on my thing, it says, you can't monetize your channel. You are harmful content. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This show's harmful content. The name of it is MarkinsPires. And it says, affecting a positive change one person at a time. That's harmful? Come on, man. Words are not harmful. Songs are not harmful. The problem is if you do not support their guy, you're harmful. And that's pretty messed up. It's pretty messed up that you can't just have an opinion anymore. Like, that's when I see fascism is just taking us by storm. You know, when you start not start, but when you continue to limit the viewing and to totally stop people from finding things because you are afraid that the truth will be revealed or anything, or people will gather and they'll find a place where they can be one, like that is mental, but it's what's going on. And I used to love the fact that I had the cable box and I can scroll channel by channel. If I didn't like something, I just changed the channel. We still have the ability to do that, but they've taken away your ability to use your finger. They only show you what they want you to see, and then you can't find anything that you could benefit from. It's just like nonstop fear-mongering and hatred, division, and fights, and it's just like, and you see all this crazy stuff, but none of it is like, hey, wow, this is a really, really family-oriented, positivity. Like, I think it's an interesting thing. We were visited by couple family members. It's been a while. We had a little Zoom call, and I forget who it was that said, I sit down and my kids all sit and watch the show. My parents, when they come in, they watch the show. We're all 3 generations of our family watching your show. And he was like, don't look at the number, because it may be 1 person, it may be 2 people watching in the room, or 5 or 10. So keep doing what you do, that type of vibe. And that was early on. That was like day 700 or 800. It's crazy. Like when I look back at some of these episodes of the Trumper show, where I did episode 600, day 600 in a row. I'm like, guys, I'm 1,400 days later. Isn't that crazy? 1,400 days later, and none of it ever got out. Like, what? Twilight Zone. And I was like, this is what the lady said too. She goes, I see so many people that are not talented that make it like every day. How are you not like doing anything? I'm like, got me. It's not like I haven't fucking tried. But between saying things that hurt you, they've also hurt me on the business front. I'm certain of it. I mean, I just used to get a lot of calls for people to buy property, to sell property. And it's like, why is it fucking dead? And I'm like, maybe it's the fact that people see me doing this. And they're like, he must be doing that now. He's not selling real estate anymore. I'm like, dude, no, I don't make any money doing this. I need to keep selling real estate. So it's like the whole thing's a real disappointment to me, because my goal was to build more real estate business when I started this show. It did the complete opposite. I went out there and I put my heart on my sleeve every single day, created a ton of music, a ton of comedy, and I abandoned apparently a ton of people because I'm in a blue state, and I did the Trump show, and I probably turned a lot of people off, and they're like, dude, I'm not going to sell real estate with this dude. He's doing Trump impressions. And I'm like, yeah, it's just comedy. I was doing Biden impressions too, but I was making fun of him, and that's the problem. So it's hard for me. This entire thing has been very hard for me, because I have this kind of stubborn quality about me where I can't just play ball. And every single day I've told you what's really going on. Every single day I've played you everything that's really going on in the world through that guitar. And the comedies I created were based around all of the insanity. You can go back. I made references to everything happening that day or that week or that month. And it's all within the comedies, strewn within them, all of these different tidbits of truth. And it all was, something that was funny. But people are unfortunately canceling comedy in 2023, 24. And I don't think that's going to change. I think it's only going to get worse. You're only going to be able to joke about certain things. Look at what happened with, I think I didn't even see what happened in the rant, but apparently Rob Schneider was kicked out of an event that he was speaking at because he made some jokes that they didn't like. They kicked him out for saying jokes. And it's like, you can't joke about certain things. I have one thing that I'm a little concerned about. When I go on to X, and this is the one thing you have to say for Elon that is a really good thing. He doesn't suppress people that I've seen. He doesn't shadow ban them. He doesn't limit them as far as if they've come out. Like, I should start a whole new channel because my channel's screwed over there. I was in there with Twitter and they never got me out. But the people that are new, they get a lot of views. And I see that a lot of people have this hatred towards anybody who's against the current guy sitting in the office. And it baffles me how they want more of double everything, double the cost of everything. They want more of it. But that's what they want. And I'm looking and I see all these crazy things people are saying in there. And I just feel like I have no problem with it. You know, you want to propagandize the people. You want to say things that aren't true. I hope people do the research because everyone's saying whatever and anything. But they're very vocal, and there's a lot of hatred out there, and I just can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it at all. There's no benefit. We are one people, and we're being lied to on a daily basis and gaslighted from both sides. Nobody wants to realize we're kind of in the Truman Show, and these people are standing behind, watching all the events take place from both sides, just kind of engineering all of the division. And it's like both parties sit on the surface and they pretend they hate each other, and they do on most things, but behind scenes they're at each other's graduations for their kids, and they're having dinner together. And this is all an act. The whole thing's a show. They work together against the people. That's why when I write a song like We Are the Enemy, and you hear things like propaganda left and right, it's all you'll ever see because you're the enemy. And you're like, wow, Mark, you must have spent a lot of time to come up with that line. I'm like, no, the creator told you that in the moment. The creator said to you, taken away in handcuffs, got my mind blocked, can't talk, no, got me on shadow ban, can't find me even if you want. But you'll find me if you can. Live in the moment, those words came out. But the one that always sticks in my head is propaganda left and right. It's all you'll ever see, 'cause you're the enemy. And it's like, 136 views? A song like that should have 7 million views already. But everything I put out gets less than 100 views or 200 views. So when something like that, that's better than anything Oliver Anthony ever wrote, is sitting there at 136 views, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. There's the last line of that song. There's so much passion in my voice, the way I kind of scream that last "We're the enemy" part. Like, if the paint doesn't fucking peel off your car when you listen to that song, you call me and let me know. Because that's the craziest moment ever in any song I've written live in the moment. I was feeling that song. I feel them all, but that one, whoo. You could be on the right side of it all, and you're the enemy. These are all lines from that song. I'm giving you the link again because it's just sick. It's a sick song. And I'm making a video out of it. I have to make a sick video out of that. I'm thinking about putting Trumper all over it and putting in all the people who are supporting him and just have that be the concept. And that will obviously get me 0 views and they'll just completely keep me demonetized forever. But I feel like it has to be strewn throughout with all these different clips, you know, convicted, felon, 46 counts, whatever it is, and all that stuff's popping up and during the whole song, We Are the Enemy. And I feel like that is what the world needs right now, even though that's, again, not going to really do well for the show. But what the hell do I care? It's like these people are forcing the streak to an end. So I can't really think anything I do now is going to hurt the show anymore, you know? But that song right there, guys, it's there with about 400 songs in the music playlist. So I hope you'll check that out. I hope you'll come back tomorrow when we do it all over again. We do it every day, apparently, for 1,989 days in a row. You know, tomorrow's 1990? Just 10 days away from 2,000 days in a row. And still not one streamer has been like, hey, I wanted to interview before you do end the streak. I'd love to interview you. Just kind of chat about this streak that you've been doing, you know, like, don't end it yet. I want to interview you. Like, I got 1.5 million viewers and I want to interview the guy who's been live for almost 2,000 days in a row. Not one. I even asked people on X, I was like, anybody want to interview a guy who's been live for almost 2,000 days in a row before I end the streak? Not one person. I don't even know if anybody saw it because nobody sees anything I post on X. So it's been interesting, guys. It's been interesting to never have a real, like, I guess, response to anything. And it's like, it's also, that's why I feel like I would want to interview me myself and just be like, why the fuck did you keep coming back when you saw 20 views on things? And like some things that, like, there's a couple songs that have like 13 views, and it's like, it's a freaking awesome song. I wrote it live in the moment and there's 13 views, and it's, you know, so it's pretty funny. And in a way it's funny because that's not, it's tragic. It's tragic. But like I said, it's the reality I've been living for 5+ years now. And, unfortunately the boiling point is more like my son. He's now in high school, and like my other kids are getting older, and it's going to be really, really scary when a few years when my son goes to college. He's in prep school right now. I'm like, I got to fucking kill it in real estate, and I'm not right now, and that bothers me. So I have to get that going, because I've tried everything possible to get the show going. I just can't do it. Focus is going to be real estate. I have to make a ton of real estate content, continue making like property videos, town videos, maybe more get to know America, that type of thing. And we'll see if we can get, you know, maybe a following to be interested in that type of content, or more importantly, just to get the people that do know, or start to remember that I'm a realtor and start thinking about me when they buy and sell homes again. You know, I've been doing this for 17 years now. And, you know, typically at 17 years, you've got these repeat customers, or they have friends and they're all calling you. And it's like, it's gotten really quiet. And saying, I think these people think I'm not doing that anymore, based on the fact that I put out 4,600 pieces of content to fucking crickets. But they thought they saw it, and they're like, oh, another song, another piece of comedy, another movie. All right, he must be doing something. Let me call Jim, you know? And I can't have that. I got to keep getting business because, again, the 3 kids. But that's I think where the big push is, like the kids. They're getting older now, and I gave this 6 years basically of every day of my life, taking time away from my family, from my kids, from my wife at night, when sometimes she's not asleep when I'm doing the show, and or sometimes she's not asleep and I'm here doing the show instead of hanging out with her. And that's pretty fucked up, that I was never able to turn it into something that was monetarily fruitful while taking time away from my wife and my kids. But again, the content's there. I'm proud of it. I don't know if it all hits. I don't know if it's all great. I don't know if any of it's great, but I do know I had a lot of fun creating it. And, I hope the tap never comes to an end, because I grab that guitar and something happens. You just get into the moment, something goofy takes place. And I don't want to ever lose that, you know, that magic. It really is magic. And that's the only thing I can say. It's the only way I could explain all of the stuff that takes place. This moment is filled with magic. It's filled with all creation. You just have to get there and be present and allow it to take you in a direction that's positive. It's all within the positivity. And the beat seat also provides a bunch of positivity. You know? Yeah, S-Coop, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to... you know, sometimes I roll through all the thoughts in my head, and clearly it's not the best thing to do, because people get turned off by that. But I'm transparent as a motherfucker, you know? You could see right through me. It's a song I just put out a few weeks ago. A P.O. box to send me something cool. Oh, okay. I don't think I have a P.O. box. I can give you, you know what I'll do is give you my office address. It's right here anyway. I'm there every day. You know, I should do that anyway. If anybody ever wants to send me a letter or anything, they can send it to my office. Let me see if I can give you that right now. Hold on. I have a card in my pocket, don't I? It's 1508 Post Road in Fairfield, Connecticut. 1508. Let me just write this in. Oh, my leg fell asleep. Oh. 1508 Post Road. That is the way to do it. Yeah, I know sometimes it gets, I mean, honestly, it's like, it was never really heavy. It's just very occasionally I would rant about the suppression and the shadow banning, but then it would be like 6 months of me just killing it every night, all positive and like no talk about it at all. I just keep it to myself. And just every once in a while, man, I would blow up about it. I'm now like, you can tell I'm like, I've kind of like accepted the truth, you know? I never did that before. I was always like, no, fuck them. I want to come back tomorrow. People will show up tomorrow. And I'm at a point now where I realize it's the definition of insanity, what I do. But like I said, none of these creations would have taken place without it. So I'm thankful for it. And I'm very, very excited to get the Batmark versus Supermark remastered version out to you. It opened up. I'm finishing this sucker off right now, adding the backgrounds. Alfred needs to be added. That's right. We're doing all the voices. So let me say goodnight to you guys, whoever's with me. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Whenever I can get on the air, I hope it's going to be... I got softball tomorrow night. It's a little earlier, so I should be okay. Let's see what's with a brother. I like doing the fake trumpet. I have a real trumpet sound for the guitar on the synthesizer. Andrea O'Neill, Barella, my friend, Chris Donaldson, Craig Mahan, Kato Nine Tails in the house. Love it. Leisure number 7, Renee Woods. Thank you again for joining Patreon today. S-Coop, you are amazing. Sorry again, guys, for going through the entire thought process here on this 1989 in a row, but hopefully the first half of it was killer. Trish Killian, Virginia, and Wharton Thistle, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for kicking it with me. Vicky, you are awesome. The Drum Train, that's right. That song rocks. Rock. Thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night. You got to go away. Yeah. Uh-oh. Did we lose audio? Hopefully not. You got to go away.